Hello, my name's Mrs. Joss, and I'm the head of German here at Wirral Grammar School for Girls. In this brief presentation, I will give you an overview of the German A-level. We'll cover the content of the course, how the course is assessed at the end of the 2 years, and we'll also hear from some past and current students of German A-level here, and they'll tell you about their experiences. At the end of the presentation, I will put my email address, so if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at school. German A-level isn't just for people who want to be German teachers. You don't even have to go on to study German at university. German A-level, like any language A-level, helps you to develop a wide range of soft, transferable skills, which can be beneficial in any career. So, obviously, communication skills, your listening skills will develop hugely, but also critical thinking, analysis skills, which you will develop when writing essays in German, research skills, which we'll talk about a little bit later, and creativity. Obviously, the course builds on the knowledge and the language skills that you will have gained at GCSE, but we go into a lot more depth at A-level. The course obviously is based around German-speaking society, but not just Germany, but also Austria and Switzerland. You will foster an understanding of how the German-speaking society has been shaped, and events and issues that have helped it to develop culturally, and how that society continues to change. The topics that we study are very current, and you'll find yourself developing opinions on a wide range of issues. The course we follow is the AQA A-level specification. If you go onto the AQA website, you can download the specification in full, and you can also have a look at some past papers. You'll receive 2 textbooks, one for year 12 and one for year 13, and there's also a range of online resources that go with the textbook, along with a grammar workbook, and we also have a revision guide for the year 12 topics and the year 13 topics. So there's no shortage of resources. We're also really lucky to have our German assistant, Frau Barry, who will give a native speaker perspective, and as the course content is very current, it covers a lot of current issues that are changing all the time. We make use of a lot of news and current affairs websites, YouTube videos, and podcasts as well. The subject content is mainly topic-based, although we do spend a few weeks at the start of year 12 going over basic grammar. The topics then fall into 2 broad areas: social issues and trends, and political and artistic culture, and they're both covered over year 12 and year 13. In addition to that, we study a film in year 12, and we study a play in year 13. So German literature comes into it as well. The year 12 topics, as you can see, some of them are very similar to GCSE topics, like the family, digital world, technology, and then youth culture, which is music, fashion, and TV. But we go into a lot more depth in year 12. So it's not just about how you get on with your siblings, but we would talk about same-sex marriage and the changing role of the father. So it's a little bit more depth than GCSE. Then we have festivals and traditions, art and architecture, and cultural life in Berlin. In year 13, the topics are a little meatier: multiculturalism in German-speaking society, so we cover immigration, integration of immigrants into society, and then problems faced by immigrants, for example, racism. And then political culture. So we cover Germany and the European Union, youth and politics, so young people's attitude to politics, and their political engagement, and then a really interesting period in German history, period of reunification and its consequences for Germany. As I mentioned before, we study a play and a film. So the film we study at the end of year 12, and that's Goodbye Lenin, which is a comedy about everyday life in the DDR, the GDR, and the fall of the Berlin Wall. And we also study Friedrich Dürrenmatt's play Der Besuch der alten Dame, which is a tragicomedy which deals with revenge and corruption and consumerist society. And even though it was written in 1956, it's still very, very relevant today. The literature and the film is often quoted by students as their favourite part of the course. The examination, there are 3 exams that you'll take at the end of year 13. So paper 1 is the listening, reading, translation paper. You listen to various texts, but you can control the listening track, so you can listen to it as many times as you like within reason. Paper 2 is the speaking exam. Sorry, paper 2 is not the speaking exam. Paper 2 is the essay exam. You will write 2 essays of around 300 words each, one on the play and one on the film, both obviously in German. And paper 3 is the speaking exam, which is 25 minutes, including 5 minutes preparation time at the start of the exam. So the first part is a stimulus card covering one of the topics we've studied, and then the second part is an independent research project, which is a presentation followed by a discussion. Now, the independent research project can be about anything that interests you about German-speaking culture. Um, so we generally ask you to think about it over the summer break between years 12 and 13. If you found a specific topic really interesting, you can research that further. For example, a fashion designer, or an aspect of the immigration topic, or you could study another film by the same director or another play by the same playwright, but you can't study the play and the film that we're already studying. The emphasis is very much on independent research. So we can help you choose a title, and we can help you we can guide you a little bit, but we are not allowed to mark your work or help you with your language or provide you with any resources. So that's very much your own work, and you're in charge there. But it's not as daunting as it sounds. We do ask you to have at least a grade 7 at GCSE. I think if anything below a 7, you would find the course quite challenging. You will be speaking, reading, listening to, and writing German every day. You have a lesson every day of the week with 2 teachers. And as I mentioned before, a language assistance session with Frau Barry for at least 30 minutes. We're lucky to have small class sizes, so you may be able to see Frau Barry for more than 30 minutes. We also have a trip to Berlin once a year. These are a few photos from the 2018 trip to Berlin, which we did jointly with the history department. The class of 2019 and 2020 all got 100% A star to C grades, and have gone on to university to study a wide range of subjects, ranging from history to languages to physics. And 4 out of 5 of last year's cohort have gone on to university to study German. You'll now hear a few past and present pupils talking about their experiences of learning German at A-level. If you have any further questions, or you just want to talk a little bit further about the prospects of studying German to A-level at Wirral Grammar School for Girls, then please do email me. My email address is here. Thank you very much.